Alright, hi guys, it's Kat again, or Catliente, and I will be making a YouTube series on how to get started on streaming, and then I will make another series on streaming advice because I grew from 6 viewers average after a year and a half of streaming to over 100 viewers in about 5 to 6 months. So I would like to go and share what I learned with you guys as well. Also, I don't know why NVIDIA Broadcast keeps thinking that my cat ears don't actually belong on my headset. It keeps blurring it out. Let's just ignore that for now. Now, I've already made a lot of content like this on TikTok. However, TikTok is short form content, which means I am limited to at most 60 seconds in terms of how much information I can give, which makes it a little bit difficult in terms of trying to make tutorial videos since I need to talk extremely fast to try to get as much information as possible in the 60 seconds. Also, it's very difficult for people to find videos that I have previously made because the way the TikTok feed works, it's very difficult to figure out what the topic of the video is. It doesn't show any text. It really only shows the thumbnail of the video. YouTube, I feel like, is better for tutorial or informative videos like this because it is very easy to sort and just search based on the title, and it is long form content, so therefore I can make a video as long as I want. So if it takes me 30 minutes to explain something, I can do it in 30 minutes. With that being said, this first video is how to come up with a good username, since I got that question a lot. Well, in making a Twitch account, you're going to run into the first problem, which is what username do you come up with? Now, literally just come up with anything that personally resonates with you, but I have a couple of things that I recommend. First off, do not put a game in your username. So for instance, my username is Catliente, so I mainly play League of Legends. But I will not do something like Catliente LOL, or I don't know, Catliente Overwatch, or Catliente Dead by Daylight, because unless you intend on streaming only that one game, putting the game in your username basically pigeonholes you into streaming only that game. Because then suddenly, like, let's say I make my username Catliente LOL for League of Legends. Suddenly, if I start streaming something like, I don't know, Dead by Daylight, Valorant kind of counts. Among Us, for instance, something kind of doesn't really make any sense anymore because people associate me with League of Legends. So people who find my account will think that I'm playing League. And so when they see that I'm not, they might be not interested in my account anymore. Secondly, I would recommend making your name easy to read. Because when you raid somebody, when you join somebody's stream, when you follow them, an alert box will pop up saying, oh, Catliente has followed my stream. But if your name is literally something like this, right? Like the streamer wants to shout you out and read out your name and be like, oh my gosh, Catliente, thank you so much for the follow. How in the world am I gonna read this? You're making everyone's lives difficult. Plus, if your name is very convoluted like this, your name is not memorable, right? And so if people happen to stumble across your stream, they come across it on Twitter, you promoted your stream on Twitter, they came across it, whatever, or they see you in their Twitch chat, they're not going to remember they're not going to remember your username, and they won't know what to look up because this is not easy to remember. Now, if you have the username something like, I don't know, Milk Tea Lover, for instance, I don't know, I like my boba. But if you have the username Milk Tea Lover, that's very easy to remember because the words are very familiar. These are easy to pronounce English words. Or if you're streaming in a different country that has a different primary language, make a name that's very easy to read in that language. So basically, the way I come up with my usernames, I went by 2 aliases, but I basically kind of transitioned everything to Catliente. I made it a play on my name, which is Cat. So Catliente is a play on the word, or my name Cat, plus caliente, which means hot in Spanish. So that made Catliente. Or Artistocat was artist plus cat, which made Artistocat, which was also a play on aristocrat. But then the problem, I wouldn't recommend doing something like this because the problem was no one really knew how to spell it. Everyone kept thinking there was an R in everyone kept thinking that there wasn't a T here. So they kept spelling it like Aristocat like this. So that probably lost me about 20% of potential followers I could have gotten simply because no one knew how to spell it. So again, I recommend making your username easy to spell. Also, if you want to make your username kind of cutesy, something like that, what I found was that's really helpful is any random combination of vowels at the end of your username. So, or if you made something like, I don't know, like star, or some play on like, I already did this one. Something like this, like these look really cute. Stario, something like that. I don't know why I'm thinking about stars right now. Oh, maybe it's because your name is in the background. Let me see. Viv. Something like that. Like, these names are very cute, but they're also quite easy to read. So as long as you take some very notable English word or just word in your language. Actually, I don't know if this works for other languages, but in English, if you take an English word that's kind of familiar, barrio, berry, or something like that, like it makes it's a cuter play on the word. It makes a cute username. It's also easy to remember. Now, if you're making a long multi-word username, so something like lychee milk tea, like this, or let me try it with some Chinese words, lychee nai cha, something like this, right? Off the bat, it's a little bit difficult to read. So for easier readability, lychee nai cha, capitalize each individual section so that it will be easier to read. So again, the whole point about making usernames or coming up with a good username is, 1, your username should be easy to pronounce. 2, it should be memorable. Actually, these two kind of go hand in hand. Easy to say usernames are generally very memorable. And 3, again, you don't want your username to go pigeonhole you into any category because it basically inhibits your growth. And if you would like to branch out of playing League of Legends or something like that later, then it'll be more difficult for you simply because of your username. On that note as well, I also don't recommend using specific character names in game as your username or any variation of it. So for instance, like, I don't know, Ramus, something like, I don't know, Ramus Lover. I really wouldn't recommend doing that because, again, if you would like to branch out from playing League of Legends later, further down your streaming career, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot because it's going to be very difficult to branch off. Everyone's going to think you are an exclusive League of Legends player based on that. Also, your username should reflect your branding. So if your branding is something along the lines of, I don't know, pink pastel colors with, I don't know, rabbit theme, like cute little chibi rabbits, but your username is something like Toxic Arsonist, it just doesn't make any sense. So if you know that you want to brand your stream something towards like cute pastel-y colors, make sure your username matches it. And if you want like an edgy type of like toxic type stream, then make sure your username can also reflect that as well. But all things considered, just make sure that the username is something you like. That is the most important thing after all. If you yourself do not like what you come up with, then obviously no one else will like it either because they can tell that you are not comfortable with what you came up with. And most of the time, you won't find a username that you'll be like, oh my goodness, this is the username. You'll kind of come up with something that seems pretty cool, and then you're like, oh, I kind of like it. I think it's pretty good, but I don't know. Don't hesitate. I would hate or a lot of people get stuck up on creating a username, which should not be the hardest part of starting your stream. Creating your username should not hold you back from trying to stream. And worst comes to worst, if you come up with a username and you think of a better one later, you can always change it according to Twitch's policy. However, just don't change your username too much because it does, again, mess up the branding. I hope this tip helped, and stick around for the other videos that will be rolling out. This is only the first video of a lot that I plan on filming today. So if I'm wearing the same outfit and these monkeys are in the same spot for every single video, just know that it is 11:14 p.m. right now, and I'm probably going to stay up for another like 3 hours just filming videos back to back to back. But there's gonna be a lot of videos rolling out on how to get started on streaming because I am here to help all of you guys. So again, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I would totally appreciate it if you guys come to check out my Twitch, which will also be linked below, because every Saturday I do Streamer Tip Saturday where you can live Q&A for questions you have about streaming. Plus, I will review people's streams. So I do on a first come first serve basis every Saturday, where if you show up, you can can say that you would like your stream to be reviewed and roasted on stream, please come with a backbone, by the way. I'll put you on a list and I'll take probably the first 30 people to go, and I will literally pull up your stream on my stream and review it. And worst comes to worst, it's publicity. No publicity is bad publicity. So again, thank you so much for watching, and please check out the other videos.